Hello, my name is Makasy, and today we are talking about my second senior Whistler jacket. This video, we're mainly going to talk about the detail of the jacket, the material, sizing, prices, what wearing is like, a few thoughts here and there. I will release a separate video with regard to the illustration, what's on there, placement, everything else. I'm still researching, trying to find out all of the meaning behind each illustration. I want to note one thing though. This is more or less more for myself. So Makasy, you should be extra grateful about the fact that you now have two senior court jackets when a year ago you didn't even have one. You were constantly on BODE.com, you were constantly on Google just looking at images of people wearing it. So while you're editing this, while you're watching this video back before you upload it, be grateful. Try not to live in the future. Be grateful that you have two senior court jackets. Start the intro now. In 1904, seniors at Purdue University started to get their creative juice flowing by drawing, painting, or illustrating on yellow corduroy pants. This practice lasted for about 60 years, became less popular as time went by, and stopped around 1970. But I believe Emily and the entire team at BODE have made this practice cool again. So I'm sure if you go to Purdue University right now, you would see a bunch of kids wearing their custom-made corduroy pants, corduroy jacket, corduroy skirt. According to information from Purdue Library Archives and Special Collections, in the fall of 1904, some Purdue senior noticed a bolt of corn-colored corduroy fabric displayed in the window of Taylor Stefan Co., a tailor on Main Street in Lafayette. The kids at Purdue would draw and use lettering to symbolize their major, their interest, their loved one, their classes, the frat, the sorority, where they're from, and just their life on a pair of corduroy pants or skirt. An interesting tidbit I found while researching this, it wasn't all yellow corduroy, so they also used cream. My prediction is BODE is going to introduce some cream senior court soon. I am very excited for that. BODE, Emily, the team, release it when you're ready. By the way, if it's not obvious, senior at Purdue started this tradition, hence the word senior. Court is short for umbilical cord. And according to PurdueAlumnus.org, the pants became known as court or whistlers. This is because of the noise that the corduroy pants make when you walk in them. From 1904 to 1940, they were very simple, made by the student themselves. However, in the 50s and 60s, some people had them professionally done. I found this amazing article, but I couldn't find the writer on the screen, so I'll link in the description below. The mother of the writer, or Butch, the man on the cover, Mildred Dale. She decorated hundreds of cords. She would spend 4 to 5 hours on each one and charge the student anywhere from $3 to $5 on each skirt or pair of pants. BODE has continued this great tradition by charging us $300 to $500 per illustration. And look at this little quote here on that article. Pause to read it. So the source of the senior court was Purdue, but the whole state of Indiana caught on. The writer claimed that the tradition died when a bunch of high schools in Montgomery County closed in 1971. That little quote was interesting to me, so I dug a little bit deeper and I found this amazing article, IndyStar.com, by Don Mitchell. According to Mitchell, in 1906, an editorial in the Palladium item denounced the new trend at Richmond High School, the senior court, or the whistler. In this country, we do not tolerate class distinction and insist that everybody be placed upon an equal footing. In 1946, Kokomo High School banned senior court, saying it divided our student body and is harmful to school spirit. Sounds like those people went to Purdue, did their whole drawing of the court, they got made fun of by other students who did it better, and then decided to enforce this dumb rule because it's just a bunch of people wearing corn-colored corduroy pants. How can it divide a school spirit? Yes, it's only meant for senior, but at high school that I went to, we had like Spirit Day or something like that. So only senior are allowed to wear black that day. I definitely think that was the main reason as to why the senior court trend died in the 70s. Those schools got shut down and it was so tied up to the school. Another reason, it's just an assumption of mine, is that fashion, it's a fashion life cycle. The fashion life cycle of the court, it died because, you know, the people from the 40 to 60, they wore the court, they thought it was cool. But then the 70 probably like, okay, we don't want to continue this tradition because we want our own voice. And, you know, it's also just it's in our nature to make fun of the trend before us or after us, you know. Look at the kids, look at the 90 kids. They always make fun of what the 2000 kids are doing. So people, each generation just want their own voice. So I think the 70s, it wasn't cool anymore. But I think now that BODE has made senior court cool again, if you go to Purdue right now, you can bet the house that there are a bunch of senior or just students in general wearing a bunch of yellow or cream corduroy trousers with their own decoration or drawing or illustration. Some other interesting thing I found while researching this, so the court, they were mainly worn on Fridays and to sporting events. An article I read, people wore the court more in the winter because Indiana is on the upper half of the United States, so it gets really cold in the winter. And in that same article by Don Mitchell, if an underclassman dared to break the fashion code by donning a pair in public, they would swiftly and publicly de-pants, and it would be hung in public space as a warning sign. Similar to Al-Qaeda, they would behead people and then they hang the head as a warning to their future enemy. I like that practice a lot. Obviously, I'm joking. Please don't sue me. That's just a joke, okay? Mitchell, indie star. It's a joke. In 2018, Ralph Lauren did a little nod to Purdue University with a runway, as you can see by the B-roll right now. Let's start from the top. The collar. These are very chunky. There's a charm to it. I wouldn't necessarily classify them as spread. I mean, it is, but it's so big. I think it's more of a Peter Pan collar. I don't particularly like the look of the collar when I don't button this jacket up. It's spread a bit too far out, and it's also a bit too big, and oftentimes it's uneven. It's not going to change too much about how I feel about the jacket, but it is a small detail that I notice. And to be on the more positive side, I should be simply happy that these are, more or less spread collared. They could have put a bomber collar on this or collarless. So take what you get. I will take what I get. But anyway, the only negative point only applies. The negative point only applies when you don't button it up. 2 buttons instead of 5 or 6 or 7 like normal jackets. I am considering taking these to the tailor just to add more buttons, specifically 3 in these spots. Another negative point I want to talk about. When the button isn't buttoned up, it leaves this little lapel or extra collar that doesn't look too pleasing to me, because the other side, it doesn't match this side. And if my partner ever asks me to pose for a photo, I will always button this jacket up because that small detail, it really bothers me. I don't know why. It's such a small, minute detail, but I look at that collared region a lot. I pay a lot of attention there. So, not good. Not the best, not the worst, but not good. The sleeves, I love the length. It goes down to around my knuckle, which is ideal for me. Very easy for me to slide my hands back into the jacket and keep warm. The sleeve, they're also on the wider side, which is great for comfort. With how wide these sleeves are, very easy to put a hoodie or sweater underneath. Though this jacket does a decent job at keeping you warm in the winter, this is more like a fall or summer jacket. So if you want to wear this in the winter, you definitely need to put a sweater or hoodie underneath. But I'm personally not a fan of that look. I prefer the look of just a plain black or white tee underneath. Keep it simple, not too many layers. But then again, it's very subjective. When you do get this jacket, wear it however you feel. Whatever makes you feel confident and look good in, do that. You don't have to listen to my opinion or anybody else's opinion. Your opinion matters the most to you. There's no buttons at the end of the cuffs, which is a deviation from the other jacket. I don't particularly miss the button because I never buttoned up anyway, but it would have been nice to have it. But the fact that it's not here, it's not going to change much either. It's just a detail that is not there. Pockets, one of my favorite details. There are 3 pockets. I especially love the breast pocket because I always put my phone in there. It's not the biggest of pocket, but it's enough to put my phone in there for a few moments when I need both my hands to achieve something. I do think I have this little bit of social anxiety when I'm out and about, and I always want to look busy because if I'm just standing there not doing anything, it feels awkward. It feels like the world is watching me and judging me. This is something I'm working through, and no one, truly, realistically, no one cares about what I do in public. Nobody cares about what you do in public. Everybody has their own problem. Everybody has their own life, but it's in my head, so I just need to solve it in my head. It's all in my head. Anyway, back to the pockets. So prior to getting this jacket, I thought the pockets at the bottom open up from the top, but it's actually from the sides. And these pockets, they're on the smaller side. I really only use these pockets for my hand. I never put anything in there. The pockets are just aesthetically it's great. If the 3 pockets were not to be there, it would look a bit blank, you know, so I appreciate that they're there for aesthetic purposes and also a little bit of the functionality. Darken collared, cuffs, and hems of the jacket. Now this pair is not as dark as my custom piece. It's a bit more faint, not as dark. It's a bit purplish with certain lighting. I have grown to love the darkened cuffs. It adds a little bit of dynamic to the jacket, to the sleeve specifically. It's also not the darkest, so you can still see a hint of yellow bubbling up to the surface. On the hem, on the other hand, it's only darkened on the back but not the front, which is somewhat interesting to me. It's not as pronounced as the other jacket either because it's much thinner. I didn't know the front didn't have any darkening for a few days. I think Bode should have kept both of them uncolored, but the fact that half of them is colored in, it's not the biggest of deal. It's not a deal breaker. The darkened collared though, again, it's a bit purplish. I am still forming an opinion on it. I would have loved it had it just been left blank to the corn colored, but I don't feel that strongly against it. It's a bit like tomato in a burger. If it's there, great. If it's not there, I would feel great too. It's just one of those situations that I'm learning to love it. Despite having 2 jackets with 2 darkened collared, I'm still learning to love it day by day. Interior, no lining and also no illustration. Again, I say, I would like Bode to introduce a line of cord with polyester lining just to make the jacket feel heavier and a bit more luxurious looking. Unlined, it feels a bit unfinished. It feels a bit incomplete to me. The other recommendation I have is you have a team of artists. Have all of them, draw 1 to 3 illustrations each, put that on the stencil, and then just print it on the rayon lining to every other cord jacket release afterward. It would make the jacket feel more special. Another thing about the lining, it's elongate the lifespan when you have a lining in there, because then your body isn't like sweating through the exterior, because extra protection is good for you. You are not going to get worse by having more fabric on your jacket. I did get this jacket used and there's some pen marks on the interior. I don't know if it's from the wearer or from Bode themselves really just putting so much effort when they illustrated this piece. Again, had it had an interior lining, a rayon lining, or whatever lining, just 100% cotton lining, you would not see this because there's some protection, a protection layer from you seeing the color, the pen seeping through the fabric. Sizing. So I got this in a size medium to large. It fits me great. I have plenty of space in the chest and shoulder area, which are the 2 most important area. This is also an elongated jacket, so it's not that cropped. The body goes down to about the same length of the sleeve. I am not the biggest fan of the length. It's slightly elongated, but I would have preferred crop. I think I would have loved, so I got this in medium to large. I think I would have loved large to extra large, so then I would have a bit more space, because I do sense a bit of tightness when I wear it with a hoodie underneath. My hoodie's on the thicker side, so for sizing recommendation, I still recommend getting your true size. So this is how Bode size their product, right? Ignore the second part, just focus on the left side. So I should have got a large, extra large. My recommendation, I have 2 of them. If you live in LA, if you live in New York, go into the store, wear it, try it on, so you know exactly what it's like. If you're not fortunate enough to be from those cities, email Bode. I'm sure they can help you better, because I'm sure they answer these questions every day, and then email them your body measurement and then they can recommend it better. Because when you order these cord pieces from bode.com, there's no return because they custom made it for you. Even the Bode design one, there's no return on those because it's a made to order product. So you have to know your body. Just measure your body, measure a jacket that you have that you know is the way it fits you the way you want to, and then compare and contrast it to the bode.com sizing and to this video as well if it helps you in any form. Retail on this is roughly $1.5K. In an ideal world for me, this jacket should be around $700, $800. If it were to be $700, I would honestly order 3 right now, because I love this so much. I love hand-painted products. And 1.5, when you look at it with the lens of high fashion, it's not too bad, because there are other Bode jackets on bode.com that are even more expensive. Some of them are just 100% cotton, but I don't know why they price it that way. I think all other Bode jackets should be priced less than the cord jacket. So they can either raise the price of the cord or they lower the price of every other jacket. Because I understand that The cord jacket. The main attraction is the hand-painted nature. The material is just 100% cotton. Not a big deal, not expensive, unlike wool or silk or whatever. But it doesn't sit right with me. In my head, it doesn't sit right that this senior cord costs $1,500 and this jacket is like $2,000 something dollars. Do you know what I mean? This is far more special than this piece. Anyway, that's just my belief. And with regard to the senior cord on the secondary market, BODE is still relatively small. There are not a lot of listing online. I've seen some of them sell from like 1.2 to 1.7, really depending on the size, the condition, but mainly the type of illustration. When you get one of these fully drawn out pieces, they go for a bit more. So I got this for 1.2 from the Real with shipping tax and all that. So I think I could probably, when I do sell this in like 10 years, I think I could probably sell it for like 1.3, get most of my money back. If not, lose only like $100, $200, which is not a big deal. So BODE, still relatively small. Get in on the ground floor while you still can, because I think BODE is here to stay. It just, Emily, the entire team, they're doing amazing work, and they have won some awards already. So it's not just a consumer like me saying that. The industry is saying that BODE is going to be something big, and you're only going to see more BODE on the red carpet. Everybody's falling in love with the brand. Material, it is 100% cotton, corduroy cotton, nothing too special. Well, they did say it is British corduroy, so they might have sourced the cotton from London or somewhere, or they have factory that make the cotton into corduroy there. But then again, this jacket, it says made in New York, but that could refer to just being drawn in New York. I don't know, whatever reason it is, British corduroy. Take with that what you will. The shape, it's relatively normal. However, the two buttons, it is new though. I haven't seen the two button detail anywhere else. I can't find the exact inspiration. I don't know where BODE got the inspiration from. If you know it, leave it in the comment. I would love to learn, and then you can also share it with people who are interested in BODE. But I think it's fairly original, two buttons, but it is 2020, so nothing is really original anymore. You can put your own twist to it, but everything has already been made clothes-wise. With regard to footwear, this jacket look amazing with most of my footwear. I am a bit iffy about what this jacket and the Luna boots look like. It's a bit of a clash between two aesthetics. I love this jacket with my Guidi boots a lot. I've been wearing with the Guidi Zoo boots a lot because my PL2s are in Germany. If I had both of these, I would mainly wear them with the PL2. They also look amazing with the Kiss boots, not surprising there. They look okay with sneaker, but the goal of this segment is to more or less just show you what they look like with all of these footwear that I have. I want to help you guys visualize it to the best or as good as you can. So when you order this jacket, you can kind of see it already if it will fit into your wardrobe. With regard to pants, they look amazing with my flare needle trousers. The trousers are very Western inspired or Americana. So the combo of the flare and this jacket, it's beautiful. I did order a pair of BODE shorts, but they canceled the order, so I don't know what these look like with shorts, so use your imagination or just look up some fit pic on Google. They look surprisingly well with my pair of blue jeans. I wouldn't do it, but if you have a lot of jeans in your wardrobe, this is how they would look like together. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. And now it's just this jacket with this red jeans from Balenciaga. I fucked the hem, but more or less, I'm just showing you what they look like with a more colorful pair of pants and not just black trousers. They don't particularly look that good with skinny jeans. It's a bit unsettling because the jacket is big, you know, and the pants are so skinny. They look decent with my own plissé. Ignore the dirt mark on my own plissé. I've been wearing these every day to work because they're so comfortable. And with the pannier trousers, I do like them, including the color. This jacket, it looks great with wide-legged trousers. Wide-legged trousers. With my creech trousers, they also look great. Anything long and wide, it's a beautiful combo with this jacket. But the best pants for this jacket for me, personally, the banana trousers. They look so good together. The flare of the banana, the silver detailing, flashing. It's just beautiful, beautiful combination. They also look good with my Bauhaus trousers. Not much to say there. Just they look great, especially with the Kiss boots.
I faked my own death once. No dentist appointment for this guy.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Colonel Tushfinger.
I just built a spaceship. Want to come up in space with me in it?
Whoa, cut. Cleveland, what are you doing?
I just figured I'd give Colonel Tushfinger an Australian thing.
Colonel Tushfinger lives on the moon, you idiot. He talks with a moon accent. You know? He talks like this with a moon accent. You understand? I am Colonel Tushfinger and I live on the moon, so I talk like this with a moon accent. Do that! Okay, my great-uncle wears a ski hat all the time. Griffin will be followed by Nick Nolte's handkerchief, followed by Japanese Abe Lincoln, and then Monkey Rabbi. Hey, where's the Monkey Rabbi? Here's your Torah. You'll be here on Tuesday at 9. Check in with Shirley.
You gonna need me this week?
Maybe Friday. Now where are the gays?
Over here.
No, the really cartoony gays.
Yoo-hoo!
There you are. We're gonna need you guys all week. A pallet? Am I reading this right? You need a pallet of chocolate-covered pretzels. Where the hell am I supposed to... what is this? A drum of grape jam? Is that... what is it? Is that like a drum like they ship oil in? Is that... look at this one. A desk of Cheez-Its. A desk... Where are you getting these units of measurement from?
Mary?
That is still funny. Okay, you stay right here, big funny gal. I'll be right back with a hammock of cake.
Okay, 4 pizzas and a salad.
Salad? How do you make a salad?
First, you throw in the whole head of lettuce.
Even the hard-to-eat white part at the bottom?
That's what the people want. Now what else?
I got a can of whole black olives. Should I slice them up?
What are you, crazy?
There's not too much finding with regard to what wearing it is like. It's rather pedestrian, the jacket, the shape, and it's also my second senior court jacket. You're buying this jacket more for the illustration, for the hand-painted nature of it. And after getting this jacket, right now, my goal or my next thing that I'm stocking right now, the shorts and the pants. I'm not including the tote bag or the pillow. I don't care for those, but if I get it cool. But the next thing I'm aiming for, the shorts and the trousers. But the problem with the shorts right now is when you get them custom, they don't put a lot of illustration on there. There's a lot of blank space. So until I see a version that just drown the shorts in illustration, I'm not gonna get the shorts. With the pants though, I've seen some amazing version of the pants where the illustrations are just everywhere. So yeah, I think my next purchase is definitely the pants. But right now I'm so high up on the senior court. So if I see another court on the jacket on the market for a decent price, I'm gonna get it. Right now I'm trying not to get any other BODE jacket. I just want more senior court jacket. That's my current obsession. I know I'm going to regret it later for getting so many, but it's just how I feel at the moment. I'll regret it later, but at the moment, I'm really, really enjoying wearing this. Every time I go out, these 2 jackets are the only jackets I want. I have far, far more beautiful jacket, but there's something special about it being hand-painted, and specifically the one with all of my detailing on me, like all of my answers and questions. So it just, there's something magical about hand-painted nature, and I'm just obsessed right now. They look so good on me. I feel so good when I wear it. It makes me more confident. When I wear it, I have gotten a few compliments and a few questions like, hey, is that hand painted? And then they think I hand painted it, so I have to let them know, no, I didn't hand painted these. I'm not that great of an artist. It's a brand by BODE. They're based in New York, blah, 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 blah. So I'm very, very proud to own this piece. Very, very happy to have it in my closet. My name is Makasy. I will see you next week. But I forgot to say one thing. I haven't said this in a while, so if you haven't heard today, I'm very proud of you for being able to wake up and do your task despite the battle that you're fighting in your head every day. So please, go easy on yourself. You did a lot by simply waking up and doing what you need to do today. My name is Makasy. I will see you next week.